YouTube, what's up? You like the stash? Yeah. Anyway, guys, I want to make a video today about something pretty specific, just about. I guess I was gonna call it the struggles of loving music. I guess is probably the best way I can put it. Um, but first, I want to say thank you to everybody who um, watches my videos, likes them, or subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate it. Um, I need to do like one of those list things, like just read off. I might do that next video, if I have another video like this. But yeah. So kind of what I wanted to talk about is how having music as a passion or trying to pursue music as a career is like. I mean, obviously, the connotations of it are like it's hard and you shouldn't do it and it's a bad idea and whatever. Not a bad idea, but it's just hard. Um, and I guess when you're trying to figure out how you want to get your music out there, or if it's not music, it could be anything. Just trying something new or trying to materialize a passion that you've had for a long time into something that other people can listen to or hold with their hands or whatever that thing may be. I guess I thought the best way to explain it would be kind of to tell you about what I have experienced in my own life. So I started playing guitar when I was in high school. I'd been messing around with it for a long time before then, and then when I was in high school, I had a really good teacher. She was awesome. She's actually an amazing songwriter. But yeah, she taught me kind of the basics of it, and then once I kind of got a little bit of a handle on it, I just kind of took off with it, and I loved it. Um, Once you kind of learn the basics of guitar and the building blocks of your favorite songs, because that's how everybody kind of learns. They kind of learn their favorite songs, and then once you learn the songs, I kind of took like a weird path. Like I kind of dove like into the theory and like how you make the songs, and like so I kind of learned a lot of like the back end stuff before I learned what you're supposed to do. Because a lot of my friends just learned their favorite songs and then they would just look up tabs. I think it's like I don't even use that word anymore. I haven't looked at a tab in I don't know how long. But yeah, I watched a lot of man, who did I watch back then? This is kind of funny. Papa Stash. He still has some awesome videos. Um, Marty Music. I listened to a lot of him. See, Marty Music was kind of like I listened to him, and then I learned how to do basic songs from him, but then I kind of learned like the theory side of it from Papa Stash. There's this other guy too that I watched, but I can't remember his freaking name. He's got really long hair. Oh man, this is gonna drive me wild. Anyway, I can't remember that guy's name, but I watched a ton of his videos, and then after a while, it finally clicked, like the fretboard and like just having the same chord in multiple different places and stuff like that. But yeah, once I learned the building blocks of the songs, everything else just became super easy. Like learning anything. In college, I even played jazz in a jazz band. I was in a small like horns and then a stand up bass player, and that was the toughest thing by far I've ever done. Um, that really stretched me. And I also had a great instructor there too. He was amazing. Um, but I had never really learned like sheet music and stuff. Anyway, I'm kind of getting off. I'm kind of getting off track of what I wanted to talk about, which was once you get past the point of like mastering your craft, and now it's the point of like trying to get your music out there. Um, that's the thing about music isn't like other careers. Like I've known so many people in my life and had some really good friends that just are so talented and can really write really well and they perform well. And like having all those things in one is just like it's tough. Like usually people who write songs and stuff like can't really perform that great, but there's people who perform really good but they can't really write good songs, and there's people who do both, and there's people who do other things good. But the point of what I'm saying is like there's tons of people that try to pursue a career in music that have been at it for years. I mean, way longer than I have, and get no recognition, and get no money, and get no source of income, and get no satisfaction. Some of the people, but some of the people I've met, um, could have the same talent, but they just have. That's the other side of the coin. Is in music, it's really critical to define what success is to you. And when you're young, and when I say young, I'm like when you're teens or when you're just naive. Um, the world tells you you can be a rock star and be, and some of my like, well, just the world tells you can be a rock star and you can be, the best, and that's okay to have that desire when you're young, because there's a possibility that it could happen. But in music, it's almost like it's a funnel, and it doesn't happen for a lot of people. And a lot of times, it really doesn't even happen to have a career. Like even teaching, like a lot of the really good musicians I know are teachers, because that's really the only stable source of income that they can have while still pursuing their purpose, which is creating, teaching, molding students. A few people like get to that point where they're they can live a good life off of just playing shows and performing in front of people. And of course, there's a good amount of people that do that, and are really good at what they do, super talented. But that doesn't happen for everybody, and that's what I'm saying. The struggles of having this passion is just not like other careers. It's not like being an accountant. Like you go from point A to going to college, getting certified, going through all this time and energy, and then B, like point B, the end, the finality of it is you getting a stable paycheck for the rest of your life, and being able to support yourself. Music is not the case with that. It's like you can spend a lifetime doing that and get nowhere. But that's just the sad truth of it. Is like that's just what music is. And I can't really speak a whole lot on it because I haven't really. That's kind of why I've made this channel, is because it's been on my heart and my mind for a long time, trying to figure out where to channel this passion. Um, and so like I'm at the point now where I'm just trying different things. And I'm not so much trying it for me, I'm trying it just because I've gotten to the point where I don't care about. I've grown out of believing like certain stuff about being in the music industry or being successful in music. It's like, I think a lot of people have to get to that point of just being okay with nobody ever giving you recognition. And nobody ever caring if you have to be okay with that. You just have to be at peace just making music and sending it out to the world. Not caring if people like it or not, or not caring if people want to hear it or not. And that's kind of the reason I made this channel, because I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with what I know I'm passionate about. And this is kind of a way to, if I feel that strongly about it, which I do, I kind of want to know if people like my music. And I don't even know if this is the best way to figure out if people like it or not. It's just another thing to try. And I've never tried this before. I've never tried putting just my stuff on YouTube. And so but yeah, that's kind of been my experience. Like I feel like I've grown a lot, I've matured a lot. Being at peace with what I've put into it and what I will put into it. And just still producing and chasing that. That emotion and that feeling that music gives you. Because that's the reason that I listen to my favorite artist. Like they open me up, they make me vulnerable, they make me reminisce, they make me like, they just give me hope. They just make me feel like a person, like an actual person. Like some of my favorite songwriters are like Dan Wilson and John Resnick, And if you know who those people are, you have good taste in music. I'm not saying that, but because music is so subjective, for each person. But at the same time, it is subjective, but music collectively, people recognize when something is pure, and they recognize when it's real, and they can relate to it, and it's something that they feel every day, and that's different. That's not just good music. That's music that reaches through the phone and reaches through the screen to touch you, in your own life. And that's what I'm trying to strive for. That's all. And I've gotten to the point where I don't care how many people listen to my music. I really just want people to get affected by it and to emotionally draw something from it, because most of the stuff I write has a message. Yeah, this is kind of super sporadic, like the way I'm talking, but I hope I've kind of said all I need to say, because this has been something that I wrestle with it every day. I'm trying to, and I don't really hear people like talk about it or put it in ways that I can understand. So I just thought, for the few people that listen and like my music, and if you do, I really appreciate it. And if you're kind of like me, trying to figure out what you want to do with music, and I'm right there with you. I'm trying to figure out, the best way to get my stuff out there and to help people cope with life, because that's what music did for me. It helped me. It resonated with me. It helped me get through sometimes. When you're just up in your room, just deep in an album or something. Yeah. I know this is really long and sporadic and whatnot, but I just feel like I wanted to get this off my chest, or try to figure out a way to speak about how tough it is, having this passion and not having a way to just trying to define what your own success with it is, and being at peace with that. I guess that's the best way I can put it. So anyway, thank you guys for listening, and if you subscribe, I really appreciate it. If you like my videos, like them, comment, tell your friends about it, And if it helps you get through your day, just leave a comment or something. Just let me know, because I would love to hear that. I mean, that's, to me, at this point, that transactional thing where I get that from somebody is just awesome. So, because you guys are awesome. So anyway, peace.